meeting order, excuse me. Mr. Kenny, if you can please lead us in invocation, sir.
If you would, please bow your heads. God, we thank you for another day here. God, we just ask again if you give us discernment and wisdom, God, as we make decisions for this town. God, we love you, we thank you, and we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Adams, if you can lead us in the pledge, sir.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, if you can please conduct a roll call, ma'am.
Alderman Doug Adams.
Here.
Alderman Matthew Kenny.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Buck McGee.
Here.
Alderman Jordan Shree.
He's absent today, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Mike Raines.
Here.
Mayor Hunter Timms.
Here.
Town Attorney Neil Irwin.
Here.
Council, first up, we'll have approval of minutes. Agenda item number 1 within approval of minutes will be approval of minutes from February the 10th, 2026, regular council meeting. Are there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this? Any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, council, this time I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve minutes from February 22nd council meeting.
I have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Continuing on to approval of minutes, be agenda item number 2. This will be approval of minutes from February 13th, 2026, special council meeting. Are there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this? Any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, council, this time I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of February 13th, 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Continuing on to approval of minutes, this will be item number 3, approval of minutes from February the 18th, 2026, special council meeting. Is there any comments or questions from the public in reference to this? Any comments or questions from the council? Council, this time I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th, 2026 special council.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Council, this time,
Aye.
please. Council, this time, please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Council will now be entering into and Mr. Irwin, you stop me if at any point you see I didn't give the proper verbiage on this, but we'll be entering into a public hearing. This will be a public hearing in reference to Ordinance 5 of 2026, an ordinance to annex a parcel of land titled the Horton Tract, approximately plus or minus 27.03 acres of land near the 700 block of West McKinley adjacent to the Houghton municipal limits. At this time, is there any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, is there any questions or comments from the council? Also none. Council and public alike, there's no vote in reference to this public hearing. Seeing no questions or comments from anybody else, we'll continue on to old business. Old business, we have accept or reject the final budget and financial statements for January of 2026. Are there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the council? Also none, council, this time we will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the final budget financial statements for January 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Council, we'll be moving on to new business. You're currently in possession of the current budget and financial statements for February of 2026. Agenda item number 2 within new business will be accept or reject ordinance 5 of 2026. This is an ordinance to annex a parcel of land titled the Horton Tract, approximately plus or minus 27.03 acres of tract of land near the 700 block of West McKinley adjacent to the Houghton municipal limits. Is there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this ordinance? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the council? Council, this time I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to accept ordinance 5 of 2026.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll be at agenda item number 3 within new business. Will be accept or reject ordinance 6 of 2026 and ordinance amending ordinance 3 of 2025, clarify intent, staffing, and code adoption authority, and providing for related matters. Is there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this ordinance? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the council? Also none, council, this time I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion. We accept ordinance 6 of 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll be at agenda item number 4 within new business. This will be accept or reject plat amendment, which will be considering the approval of Hawdens Metropolitan Planning Commission, case number H-2-2026, amending the master plan of Legacy Point subdivision. At this time, I'll have our MPC director, Mr. Horton, give us some more context.
Yeah, the MPC met on this matter last night. This is amending the master plat of Legacy Point. It did not change any of the characteristics of the subdivision except the number of lots per unit, reducing the number of lots, causing a lot 4A and 4B, and so it was no change in the overall configuration of the subdivision, just reducing the size of the units. I presume it's market driven, so and it was, had a favorable ruling last night by the MPC. Just asking the council to ratify that decision we made last night.
Reducing the square footage of the.
No, just reducing the number of lots per unit.
Okay.
Where you had this many lots in one unit, reducing it by 20 lots. It's all market driven. Any other questions?
Thank you, Mr. Horton. Any questions or comments from the public in reference to this plat amendment? Any further questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, council, this time I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to accept the plat amendment on, Legacy Point subdivision.
I have a motion for Mr. Adams and a second for Mr. Kenny. Council, this time, please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Continuing on to new business will be agenda item number 5. This will be accept or reject resolution 13 of 2026. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor to complete easement acquisitions for the Foxskin Bayou Drainage Improvement Project. Are there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this resolution? Seeing none, is there any questions or comments from the council? Also none, council, this time I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to accept resolution 13 of 2026.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Council, this time please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Continuing on to new business will be agenda item number 6, accept or reject resolution 14 of 2026. This is a resolution acknowledging review of the municipal water pollution prevention, also known as MWPP. It's environmental audit authorizing continued compliance actions for the town of Halton wastewater treatment facility. This is a annual audit that we do for our wastewater treatment. Is there any questions or comments from the public in reference to this? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the council? Also none, council, this time I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to accept the resolution 14 of 2026.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Council, this time, please cast your votes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to reports, we will have our police department report up first.
All right. Chief is in Baton Rouge with the Louisiana Association of Chiefs of Police, testifying with many other chiefs against House Bill 31, as well as deciding on whether the association will support or oppose several of the bills that will affect law enforcement statewide. House Bill 31 is a bill that authorizes certain municipalities to terminate participation in emperors or the police retirement system. So he kind of tied up on that tonight. As far as the month went, we had 179 calls for service, 39 written reports, 10 accidents, 1 hit and run, 231 citations, 4 domestic violence calls, 33 arrests made, 21 drug charges, 3 DWIs. So the guys were definitely busy. On the criminal patrol grant, we had 7 officers work 26.5 hours of grant time. 35 stops were made, 43 citations were issued, 3 arrests made, 1 being a drug arrest, resisting, and then a felony fugitive arrest. 2 felonies, 1 misdemeanor. In total, it comes out to about $12,000 in municipal fines. The 22 hours cost the town about $787.50. So I think they're giving y'all a good return on their investment. Chief received a phone call from corporate manager of the pilot stating that they're going to award the Houghton Police Department $2,000 grant. It's from their Miles of Good grant. They were very impressed with the guys over the winter storm, making sure all their employees got to work and got home and then back to work the next morning. So nice seeing that return. During February, 2 criminal arrest warrants were sought for and obtained. Officer Rothery, Corporal Kennan investigated and made an arrest of a burglary in progress on Bear Creek. Nice to see that happen. Officer Lily Rothery and Corporal Kennan Contreras were able to locate the suspect responsible for all the gunshots off South Cherry. They weren't charged, however, they did give consent for us to take their weapons and have them test fired, and that way we've got their information on hand if there's been any violent crimes associated with those guns in the past. Detective Kemp assisted the Woodland Hills, Colorado Police Department in obtaining DNA from 3 temporary residents of Houghton. Emphasis on temporary. To assisting them in solving a sexual assault of an infant in Colorado. So good job from him on that. Monthly training was conducted by Detective Kemp and Contreras. Basically went over policy and procedures and evidence and identification. We were visited by special need classes at Houghton Elementary. Police department was well represented at the Houghton Elementary School Mardi Gras Parade, in which Officer Lilly was the Grand Marshal. Participated in this year's Black History Month Parade and their closing ceremonies at Galilee. Corporal Munns attended a grant writing session with the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission, and that should lead to some grant monies for the police department in the very near future. And then saving the best for last, tonight we got Vice President of Bonvenue, Francis Dufresne, and Branch Manager Kristen Rivers, if y'all would like to come up.
Thank you.
Through their assistance, Bonvenue awarded the Houghton Police Department a $5,000 grant, enabled us to purchase 2 crime cameras. Those crime cameras are up. I think y'all got some pictures on you in front of you of kind of what they show and what they're capable of.
Turned out better than my wedding picture.
Kemp built those and installed them, which saved us a ton of money, allowed us getting 2 instead of 1. Where they're at, put them up. We took an old camera down which we're gonna place on the opposite side of Bonvenue on West McKinley, which is gonna pick up everything West McKinley. It's gonna pick up the backside of the bank as well as a little bit of Spring Market. So again, big thanks to these ladies and their bank today. Did us a wonderful favor in helping prevent crime here at home.
We can get, hang on for you run off, Ms. Francis and Kristen. Y'all come over here, council members. You don't mind standing up, Tyler, somebody, Chief Freeman, if you can get over here, we'll stand up behind y'all.
Check over.
You guys check, I'd love to
Yeah, we can't forget our check.
get a picture with you all.
I just want to see Freeman put that in his wallet.
Stand over here. We'll stand off to the side and get you to the front. Right there. Yeah, y'all get right there.
How you doing, man?
Thank y'all so
You
much.
take good care of us.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Good to see you.
1, 2, 3. And one more.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all.
You got it, you got your.
Next up, we'll have Chief Holland with the Hawk Fire Department.
February report, we had 52 responses. Summary on fires: on the 9th, we had a vehicle fire at 490 North Elm. On the 23rd, we had a grass fire at 420 Brimstone Drive. The 24th, we had a grass fire at 7249 Highway 157. On the 25th, we had a structure fire at 1460 Oliver Road. That was a mutual aid call with Fire District 1. It was a kitchen fire knocked out in the area of origin. Then on the 27th, we had a rail car fire at 115 Poplar Street. That's why you saw the track shut down there for a while. It was some electrical overheating. They were able to pull the fuse and get it knocked out. Checked out the engineer. So some smoke inhalation, wasn't transported. Public education, we had Platt Elementary do a station tour on the 5th. And we also participated in the Houghton Elementary School Mardi Gras Parade on the 12th. Personnel 42, 12 career, 10 part-time, 20 volunteers. All apparatus are in service. Ladder 1 had its annual inspection that we have to do every year. It did pass inspection. There were some smaller repairs that are going to have to be made, some hydraulic leaks and stuff like that, torque bolts. That is pending. I've already reached out to the mechanic to come address that. Fire prevention vehicle, we had to have brakes and tires put on it. Brakes lasted like 150,000 miles, so they were pretty good. We have 2 generators and 2 exhaust fans currently at Holmont having repairs. Almost all of the SCBA equipment from the AFP grant has been received. We're still waiting on, I think, 2 items. What we're running into there, I have a $241,000 invoice sitting on my desk. And FEMA is shut down right now. And so I can't apply for us to get the funding to pay the invoice. So I tried to email the program analyst for FEMA to ask them how they would like for me to proceed, and their email was, we are not able to receive emails because FEMA is shut down. So we're kind of at a stalemate. Worst case scenario, if this thing goes prolonged, we may have to apply for reimbursement rather than funding. That's worst case scenario. We have 2 years to spend the money. I just don't know how long Casco is going to sit on a $250,000 invoice. The 2026 forestry grant is now open. We are assessing equipment needs for the grant currently. We're in our grading year, so right now we're inventorying all the apparatus to make sure we have all the adapters, reducers, nozzles, everything that's required. Once we have that, we'll know specifically what we'll apply for in the grant. The supplemental appropriations money that we received last year, we're currently working through that. So far, we've replaced the HVAC system. That's been completed, $25,767. We put in we had to do some plumbing and toilets. That was $3,600. Roof repairs, we had all the screws replaced in the roof. It's been over 20 years, we're starting to notice some leaks, so we get replaced all the screws. And then we had to replace all of the gutters, and they were all ripped up from the year's ice storm, so we had that replaced. That was $6,500. The additional projects that are scheduled that should start in the next couple of weeks is a kitchen remodel. We'll be adding some additional cabinetry, new countertops, additional refrigerators, things like that, new appliances. Radio room conversion. Y'all remember we converted our radio room into Spencer's office. So right now we don't have our communications room. We're going to renovate the old tool room into a radio room. Also, we will be replacing the privacy fence that's adjacent to the fire station, and as well as some chain link fencing in the back where a tree had fell. We removed the tree, but we haven't replaced the fence. That won't be too expensive because half my guys put up fences on the side, so they'll be doing that on duty. And that's about it on that. Training, the recruit class continues with 12 students. They are currently finishing firefighter 1, and then they will proceed to firefighter 2. After that, they'll go into driver operator, aerial operator. Our online hazmat awareness and operations, as well as online firefighter 1, have begun also. So we're doing it two ways. We have in person, and then we're also doing a blended version. So volunteers that work during the day can still get certification. So that's starting as well. That class has 12 students. And then we also started incident safety officer online class that has 15 students. Additional information, I attended on the 23rd and 24th a strategic planning meeting for the LSCA in South Louisiana. Hydrant inspections, flow tests, and maintenance have begun for 2026. So if you're getting any calls from your neighbors about some discoloration in the water, it's a necessary evil. It's something that we have to do every year. There's just no way to avoid it. And I know it's frustrating, but our hands are tied. And then our HFD annual banquet will be March 21st at 6 p.m. The council's all invited. If you have an RSVP, let me know. It's limited space in there, so we're trying to get a very accurate head count. And that'll be in the fellowship hall at the church. As far as legislatively, I have a legislative meeting tomorrow. We have to go over roughly 4 bills, and I'll have a way better understanding of what we're looking at through the legislative process this year. I don't see anything too scary coming our way. Some stuff out of New Orleans. I don't think they'll be successful with what they're trying to achieve. If it does gain traction, I'll brief all of you on it so that, if y'all have contacts, y'all can reach out as well. And that's all I got, unless y'all have any questions.
That's Spencer in the inspection account.
Oh yeah, Spencer's here. Y'all want to? He's got just some rough numbers for y'all. If y'all want to quiz him, he's up and operating. Spencer, you want to come up? So he's doing the deed now.
I got a big compliment on both of y'all from Mike Savoldo and Shreveport last week.
So, as y'all know, at the first of the year, we took over plan review and city inspections. It's going to allow the town hall to keep everything in-house and result in more consistent inspections and a tighter tolerance on code compliances. This is going to let us be more involved when it comes to building homes and buildings, so we can build safer buildings in the town of Hawthorne. Since January 1st, we've done 49 permits, 26 plan reviews, and 39 inspections. And this, consists of electrical, plumbing, mechanical, and framing. We have a faster turnaround when it comes to the permit process. When people call in for inspection, usually we're getting that within the same day or the next day. And that's about it. Do you have any questions?
I'll just speak a little bit to there, Spencer. I always have big aspirations on short time frames, and throwing Spencer kind of got the short end of the stick from me. Of course, his boss said, "Oh, sure, he can do it," and so Chief Allen wasn't any help either. But I mean, essentially, this division that was created very rapidly was also created without initially having all the infrastructure completely in place with some of the online stuff we do now. And I just want to personally say, I've seen the work you put in. I appreciate the how fluid you've been on it, because, you know, we might have 5 new build permits that came through good, and then a different kind of mechanical or plumbing permit, and we figured out another bug in the system we had to work out. But all while that's taking place, Spencer's working with, you know, the backside of this programming, but also still serving these citizens that are, you know, wanting to develop and do these improvements here. So I appreciate the work. It's, I've seen it firsthand. I know it wasn't very ideal timing on how it got dropped on you, but you, even down to you getting the certifications, that you got in a rapid time frame too. So you rolled with the punches. So I just want to say thank you.
Well, I appreciate it.
And just piggyback on that, this is so awesome for Edward Road and developing now to have this in-house and be able to respond, because there's nothing more frustrating. Remember, we were talking about it with the guys in Benton, not town of Benton, Shelley, about the data center. They said the biggest problem is inspections. That's your holding. So sometimes they can wait 2 days.
Oh, sure.
And so it's going to be great for the town. It's something else that Hunter put on the resume whenever he's courting new business.
That's right.
And it does. That goes a long ways. When you get to tell somebody to keep it all in house and you're not doing a third party vendor, and I can have my guy down here in 5 minutes if you want to meet him. So it's good. At the end of the day, it's very pro development and good for the people that want to come here and grow with us. So again, thank you, Spencer. Any other questions or comments from the council? Appreciate that. I can also testify to this. Mr. Hicks, our Public Works Superintendent, is absolutely not feeling well today. He sprayed down a piece of paper and gave it to me with Lysol on there. As always, they got a couple. We're trying to be very proactive on reclaiming of these ditches and maintaining them. We understand the importance of some of the watershed issues that we've experienced in the past. So they got a couple digs going on for ditch grading and clearing. They had a service line repair on 117 East Jackson. And then they've replaced a few valves that are on our water system. Other than that, Jackie has completed the audit through DEQ on the sewer plant. He has a sludge report that he's working on, and they are still a little understaffed there. This is me talking, not Mr. Hicks, because he's not a complainer. Still a little understaffed, and coming to the spring season, me and Mr. Gillis are trying to carry our weight on giving them a little bit more help. So it's about to get even busier. I feel like they get a couple weeks where it slows down, where it's raining and wintertime, and then you get right back and there's pollen in the air and green grass everywhere. So we're going to try to help them out with some staffing and get them back up and going. But we hope Mr. Hicks gets feeling better. Next up, we'll have Mr. Horton with the MPC.
I also want to give Spencer kudos on this process. I also want to give Lane, the process starts with Lane. We've all had to learn a new software program. And it's just been a really good transition considering what we had to try to learn. And so hats off to those two, Lane and Spencer, both. Very easy people to work with. Last night, MPC met. We had 3 applications. One of them you just heard about, which is Legacy Point. And they were they're just simply reducing lots per unit. The second case was Eric Scott at Superior Graphics. He is building another building on that property. It's going to be an accessory structure to his, even though it's going to be fairly big accessory, but it's going to support his existing business. He requests some architectural concessions, but and after we reviewed everything and looked at everything, we thought it would look very oddball if the other building didn't match the existing building that's already there. So the committee last night discussed that. We asked for some enhancements on the 3227 side to the building to make it look very presentable on that side of the building. And then it passed, so Mr. Scott can proceed with his building of that property. The third case was not in the incorporated area. It was out on Highway 80, but I'll just tell you, it's Athletic Ministries. It's a program for girls that's coming out of the foster care system. And they're asking for a conditional use approval for that. And it has to go from us to the fiduciary. So this council approved it. We were sold out last night. You couldn't get a ticket. So good thing you didn't try to get in. We were full last night, but it was a good meeting. Any questions?
Appreciate your support. Next in reports, we'll have Mr. Jeremy with our Meyer engineers.
Good evening. So I do have a few updates. First off, on the elevated tank for the Highway 3227 project. As of today, the foundation update from engineer today, the foundation is on schedule to be completed in the next 2 weeks, so that's positive news. And assembly is expected to begin in April for the elevated tank, so the steel should be getting here pretty soon. It's good news. On the LCDBD sewer rehab project, they opened bids this morning. Main thing is the project came in under budget. That's what you want to hear. So we're reviewing those bids right now, and next month we should have you a recommendation to move forward with that one. On the sewer treatment plant, there's a pre-construction scheduled for next week, so I'll have more of an idea for project schedule and timeline at the next meeting. So that one's also moving forward. That's a good thing. Also on the well number 1 abandonment replacement, there was a pre-construction meeting this morning. And of course, that's a fast track project that's got to be completed, I think, by the end of May. So
June 3rd.
We're pushing. We're pushing until the contract. We're pushing until the contract. And then of course, I think y'all saw Fox Skin Value on here. I know a lot of you are interested in that one. So that one, my understanding from the from Thomas, who is y'all's grant manager, trying to schedule a meeting with landowners for the next meeting. If I'm not mistaken.
I think we have it just before the next meeting. I have it in my calendar. But
he's giving me a deadline to meet for the right-of-way map, so I'm working on updating the right-of-way map to make sure that everything goes. Other than that, that's all that I have.
yeah, it's one of those things. As Jeremy's given all these updates, one thing I've learned is we got a lot of irons in the fire. They all come together. Projects that have been on the books for a while kind of all started to fall into place. So I'm excited to see that well abandonment project that we have going is also state appropriation money. So as always, Representative Horton and Senator Bass, they brought home some really good money to our area. Chief Freeman's got his new vehicle in, and the Chief Hollins repairs he's doing in this well. I mean, all these critical things that are going. We have some major road work that we're going to get going here too, on some overlays. So it's always good to see coming together with this, especially when state appropriation money. That's at no match from the town. These projects that each department head has briefed us on, and Jeremy has too. So we're just very thankful for Representative Horton, our governor, and Senator Bass bringing it back up here to us. So. Unless council has anything else for Jeremy, I appreciate you, sir.
Wasn't that 180 days on that tank?
This talking about the elevator tank?
Elevated tank.
Probably studied pretty good. It sounds pretty close. I think I gave you all a timeline 2 months ago.
I got a good memory for an old man. But
I think I gave you my copy. But I'm pretty sure it was close to 180 days. If not, it would have been, pretty close to 180.
awesome.
So that's coming along. Like I said, April, they should start erecting that one, so.
Thank you, Jared. We had just enough space to squeeze in our Miss Annie Green's Christmas and Holiday. If she would like to come up here and make an announcement.
Hey, I want to thank y'all for always supporting us with Christmas in Alton and having our cooperation. Our event this year will be on December 12th. It'll be our 10th celebration, and so we have some exciting new events that we're planning to add to the festival this year, in addition to just the parade and the festival.
I've heard some big ideas, so I'm ready to see it.
Yeah.
So.
And we're starting fundraising, so.
Yeah, that's
right. Thank you.
Also, I just want to add again, Bob Manu, thank you so much. It's a camera might not seem like a big deal to the lay person, but a little bit of law enforcement experience I have, and with Chief Freeman, all the law enforcement experience he has, I mean, that community partnership of being able to have that there, I mean, you don't realize how critical that can be to just community safety in general. So it takes you all just being partners with us, you know, having the private sector work with us and government and kind of find something that's good for everybody and it's helpful. So again, just thank y'all for being here too. It means a lot to us.
You're welcome. We appreciate the partnership very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Is any announcements from the council members that they'd like to make? Mr. Irwin?
No, sir. Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
No.
Council, is there any objection to adjourning this meeting?
No, sir.
Seeing none? Meeting adjourned.